Jai Hind everyone, I am Prabhat Kumar and I welcome you all to PYQ Academy. In today's video, I am going to discuss the questions of polity. So you all must be busy in your preparation of CAPF AC examination 2022. So to make your preparation easy, today I am here with the questions of fundamental rights, DPSP, and fundamental duties. The questions are from the recent exams of UPSC. That means the questions are from CDS, CAPF, NDA, okay, and as well as sub questions are also from civil service examination of 2021. Okay, so basically I will be providing you the insight that how UPSC asks questions and from where you have to get the answer of all those questions. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. So the first question is the provision the state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state is incorporated in which part of the constitution. So the state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from executive. So you will find this separation of judiciary from executive in the Article 50, and Article 50 comes in DPSP, which is Part 4 of Indian Constitution. So answer here is option A. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following is not a correct statement with a reference to the Constitution of India? So there are various statements and the statements are from Fundamental Rights chapter. So the first statement, and you have to mark the which statement is not correct. Okay. So the first statement is the Constitution 85th Amendment Act inserted the Right to Education Act Article 21. Okay, so if you have read the chapter of fundamental rights, so in Article 21 you will find that Article 21A was added by 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. So it was not 85th. So the first statement is itself wrong. So the answer here is option A. Otherwise, all the statements are correct. Article 22 talks about preventive detention. It is correct. Then right to constitutional remedies, that is Article 32. So it is also correct. Writ jurisdiction of High Court is wider than the Supreme Court of India. Yes, this is also correct. So what happens? Basically, the Supreme Court has got its writ jurisdiction under Article 32 and High Court got its writ jurisdiction under Article 226. So Supreme Court can enforce the writs only when it is the case of fundamental rights, but the power of High Court is more than the fundamental right. It can enforce also for other legal rights. That's why the writ jurisdiction of High Court is wider than the Supreme Court. So this is also correct. So our answer is option A. Next, Article 19 Clause 1 of the Constitution of India as it stands amended includes which one of the following? So indirectly it is asking right to freedom, okay, given in the Article 19. So in the Article 19 you will find first as freedom of speech and expression, 19 clause 1 sub clause A. Then you will find right to assemble peacefully without arms. Okay, so this is also correct. Then right to acquire and dispose property. So yes, it was there, but even see here the right to acquire and hold and dispose property was deleted by the 44th Amendment Act of 1978. So currently after amendment this is not a fundamental right. Now to move freely throughout the territory of India, so yes, right to movement. So basically statement 1, 2 and 4 is correct. So our answer is option D. Next, in part 4A of Constitution of India, which one of the following is not mentioned as a duty of every citizen of India? So this question is basically asking which of the following is not a fundamental duty. So there are 11 fundamental duties, and you should remember each and every fundamental duty word by word. Okay, so I had taken this from the book Lakshmikant. So the first option, to render national service when called upon to do so. Yes, this is a fundamental right. So you can see that to defend the country and render national service when called upon so. Okay, so this is a fundamental right. Then to renounce practices derogatory to women. This is also correct. You can see here to renounce practices derogatory to women. Then to value, preserve a unitary national culture, and to develop the spirit of inquiry and reform. So yes, to develop the spirit of inquiry and reform. So you will find here spirit of inquiry and reform. So this is correct. So option D is correct, although option C also seems correct, but there is little mismatch of words. To value and preserve a unitary, not unitary national culture. Okay, so this is the wrong option. Okay, you can see here, to value, preserve the rich heritage of country's composite culture. Little bit change in words, so that's why this statement is wrong. So answer is option C. Next, the issue whether section 377 of the Indian Penal Code is violation of article 21, 14 and 15 of the Constitution of India, why decided in which of the following case. So in the option there are some important cases. Okay, so for this question, article 377, so the case was Nas Foundation versus Government of NCT of Delhi and others. So answer is option D. And these are some important cases. So this was related to triple talaq, Sarah Bano versus Union of India. Then Vishaka, I think yes, it is for sexual harassment at workplace. Okay, and okay, let's move to next question. Which one of the following writs means you may have the body? So you can see here under habeas corpus, it is a Latin term which literally means to have the body of. So you may have the body. So answer here is option A, habeas corpus. Next, who among the following considered the directive principle of state policy as aiming furthering the goal of social exclusion? So you can see here Gravin Austin opened the directive principle are aimed at furthering the goal of social revolution. So answer here is option B. Next, which one of the following is the correct meaning of term state as defined in Article 12 of the Constitution of India? So Article 12 defines state, and so it should be, it refers only Government of India? No. It refers only Government of India and the Parliament? No. It refers only to the Government of India, Parliament of India? No. You can see here it is directly given that it refers to Government of India, Parliament, that means Union Government, State Government, all local authorities, that means municipalities, panchayats, district boards, and as well as some statutory as well as non-statutory authorities like LIC, ONGC, SAIL. So now you get your answer as option D. It refers to Government of India, Parliament, Government of State Legislature, and all local authorities within the territory of India. So answer is option D. Next, the Constitution of India guarantees freedom of speech and expression, but the freedom is subject to certain reasonable restrictions imposed by the state. The restrictions may relate to which of the following? So there are some reasonable restrictions. So you can see here the state can impose reasonable restrictions on the exercise of the freedom of speech and expression on the grounds of sovereignty and integrity of India, then security of state, then friendly relation with foreign states, public order, decency and morality, contempt of court, defamation, and incitement to an offense. So yes, incitement to an offense is correct. Then decency and morality is also correct. Defamation. So answer here is all the three options are correct. Option D. Next, which one of the following is a non-justiciable right? That means the question is asking that which of the following is not a fundamental right, because fundamental right is a justiciable right. Okay, so so the question is, the statements are a little bit tricky. Okay, let's eliminate the which are fundamental rights first. So the right against exploitation, so it is article 24, sorry 23 and 24. Okay, then right to life and liberty, this is article 21. Now you have little bit doubt in right to adequate livelihood and right of excuse, and people may take this option that right to adequate livelihood is a fundamental right, but it is not. It is a DPSP. You can see here it is under article 39 that to secure right to adequate means of livelihood. Okay, so this is not a fundamental right. And right of accused, yes, this is a fundamental right. It is nothing but article 20. So the answer here is option A. Okay, although right to livelihood is a fundamental right under article 21, but right to adequate livelihood is a DPSP. So answer here is option A. Okay, don't confuse with DPSP. Then which one of the following is not a writ? So we know that there are 5 writs given in Indian Constitution. So mandamus is a writ, habeas corpus is a writ, certiorari is a writ, severity is not a writ. So answer here is option D. Next, which one of the following is not a part of fundamental right? So again, easy question. So you must remember each and every fundamental right line by line. Okay, so right to education, yes, it is under article 21A. Then right to establish educational institutes for minorities, yes, this is also article 29. No, this is article not 29, this is article 30, right? Yes, this is article not 29, this is 30. Then right to be conferred with titles and right against untouchability is article 17, but this is not a fundamental right. So article 18 describes abolition of all the titles. That means titles has no meaning in present day India. Okay, so right to be conferred title is not a fundamental right. So answer is option C. Next, who among the following describe the directive principle of state policy as the novel features of the Constitution of India? So you can see here in the first page of the chapter DPSP, you can see here Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described these principles as novel features. So answer is option D. Next, the Constitution of India does not guarantee which one of the following as a fundamental right. So it guarantees right to equality, yes, it is under article 14 to 18. The right against exploitation, yes, 23 to 24. Then right to carry on trade and business, yes, it is a part of article 19. Then right to property, no, this was a part of article 19, but it was deleted by 44th constitutional amendment 1978, and it was made a legal right under article 300A. So this statement is wrong, and answer is option C. Next, which one of the following statements about personal liberty is not correct? Okay, so we have to find the incorrect option. So the first option is state does not have the authority to deprive any person within the territory of India of his or her personal liberty without any rational bias. Okay, so yes, this statement is true, but little bit wordings has been changed to confuse you, but it is true. Okay, a basis of depriving a person of his or personal liberty must be according to procedure established by law. This is totally correct. So it is talking about article 21. Then personal liberty can be secured by the judicial writ of habeas corpus, yes. Then the majority view of Supreme Court in A.K. Gopalan case versus State of Madras case invented due process of law. So yes, this statement is wrong, because in the A.K. Gopalan case you will find that Supreme Court didn't consider due process of law. It considered only procedure established by law. Rather, it was the case of Menka case 1978, in which Supreme Court overruled its earlier decision of A.K. Gopalan case and invented due process of law. So the incorrect statement is option D. So answer is option D. Next, which one of the following statements with regard to directive principle of state policy is not correct? Okay, so they are not enforceable in a court of law. Yes, they are non-justiciable. Hence, this statement is correct. Then, they can be related to social and economic justice. Yes, the fundamental rights provide political justice and DPSP provides social and economic justice. This is an important feature. Then they can be related to giving free legal aid. Yes, Article 39A talks about free legal aid. So this is also correct. Then they can override all the fundamental rights. No, they cannot override all the fundamental rights. Although, so Article 39B and 39C are the two DPSP who can override Article 14 and 19, especially the 14, because Article 39B and 39C violates the principle of right to equality, but it is for the welfare of state. It is for a welfare state. So hence, but it cannot, DPSC as a whole cannot override all the fundamental rights. So option B is incorrect here. So answer should be option B. Next, which one of the following fundamental rights has not been provided to a person? So first option is protection against persecution and punishment for the same offense more than once. So this statement talks about no double jeopardy and it is provided. So this is a correct option. So this question is taken from the the Article 20, in which it has three parts: no ex post facto, then no double jeopardy, and no self incrimination. Okay, and the first statement is related to no double jeopardy. So this is correct. Protection against persecution and punishment for the same offense more than once. Yes. To refuse to give his or her sample of handwriting as evidence to support a persecution against him. So this is a part of same no self incrimination. Then to act a witness against herself or himself. So these two statements are very much close. Okay, but you will find that there is some exception of the part 3, that no self incrimination. That means it doesn't extend to compulsory production of material objects, compulsion to give thumb impression, specimen, signature. Okay, that means this protection of no self incrimination does not extend to giving sample of handwriting. So this is incorrect. Okay, then this is correct. Then right not to be convicted of any offense except for violation of law. This is also correct. So answer here should be option B. Okay. So we dealt with various questions of fundamental rights, DPSP, and fundamental duties. And it is advised when you are reading fundamental rights, so you should read DPSP and fundamental duties simultaneously, because it has been seen that UPSC has been asking questions by relating all the three. Okay, so question may come in the combination of FR, DPSP, and FD, and it is seen that it is one of the most important chapters. So you should practice all the questions. In the coming videos, I will be coming with more questions, more difficult questions from the civil services and early exams of CDS, CAPF, and NDA. Okay, and other than that, this topic, other than you should practice parliament as well as state legislature. This is a large chunk. Then other than that, High Court and Supreme Court. Okay, and then after amendments and emergency, and then Panchayati Raj and municipality. So these are some combination you can have while you are reading polity and solve questions. So thank you so much for watching PYQ Academy.